Wounded children, you are mystics out of monasteries. You're building a soul with stamina, and souls with stamina do not blame. Keep alert at all times, as often as you can. What are you keeping alert to? You keep alert to your inner field of vision. Who's in your castle? Don't let anyone in your castle. Never. Watch if your drawbridge is open or closed. Always, your gate is closed. No one but you is in your castle. Now, how would someone get in your castle? People get in your castle because you share too much of your privacy, of your journey with God. You chat it away. You chat your grace away. Instead of going into yourself in prayer, you go into a quiet time. Instead of knowing that I'm in a time of transition, which is why nothing's changing on the outside. The silence, the non-movement, is a gift so that I pray through and make the right decision. That's why nothing on the outside is moving. This isn't about the fact that there's no one out there and I haven't lit enough candles. This is about go inside and move with wisdom. Silence on the outside means you're gripped with fear. Go find the fear. And I'm not going to move anything on the outside. Because if you make a decision right now, you'll decide from fear. So I'm holding everything still until you get the reptile out. That's why you go into stillness. That's why. And if you talk it out and say, I'm so scared, there's nothing moving, is something wrong, nothing's going on. You're inviting people in for Alice's tea party, and you are absolutely misusing the grace of your castle. Be alert for the presence of evil. Be alert. Know that this is temptation. I'm not talking chocolate. Knock it off with that stuff. I'm talking as soon as you start bragging, as soon as you are seduced by glamour, as soon as you have to start wearing your bubbles, bangles, beads, that are signatures of power that announce to the public, I am involved in this kind of power or that kind of power, you attract the devil to your door. The more you go on the inside, the more silent you must become on the outside. You never tell someone else they're wrong, because they're not wrong. They're on their own journey. As you go into your interior life, as you go into your inner self, I promise you that the seduction of God will happen. You will encounter a profound moment of quietude. It will take you over. A level of soul quietude that makes any massage you've ever had or any relaxation feel like tight shoes. That will be so overwhelming for you that you will implode with the need to tell someone, you have no idea what happened to me. And to this I would advise, find your spiritual companions, your soul companions. As Teresa would say, as I would tell you, because we are longing for companions of the soul. But be cautious that you never ever reduce your deep and precious interior experiences in a way that positions you to put them out there and then feel that you've been disrespected and insulted. Because if you do, you've asked for it. You've set yourself up because you opened your mouth. And you should have known better than to expose your own journey, because your own interior life should tell you, why are you bringing this up? Why would this be of service? And instead of talking about your interior life, become your interior life, and there's nothing to talk about. Channel grace as a daily basis of service. The more you go into your interior life, the more attuned you are going to become to the world around you. And the more attuned that you are, the more that you are going to feel, perceive instructions on channeling grace to other people. It's just going to happen, because that's the instructions for mystics out of monasteries. And you need not go into deep and altered states. Just take a deep breath, close your eyes, and say, I am a channel for grace on behalf of that person. Pause for 5 seconds and let it go. And just say, bless them. And let it go. No attachment. And no business card that says, I'm a channel for grace, that's my occupation, call me if you need it. You're flying under the radar. And you live in the whole notion at all times that you are a channel for grace. This is such a challenge, because you have from this point on to see the world as sacred. Not just this part or that part, but this world is a monastery now. And you are devoted to it. Not committed, devoted. And devoted is a word that implies that your companion is God. Now, I need to emphasize that such devotion does not and will not shatter your ordinary life. But what it does bring is the extraordinary to your ordinary life. This incredible quest for meaning and purpose that has captured, if not imprisoned, the contemporary spiritual population is in fact the result of the awakening of the soul, but the inability to access it. And when you find that you have embraced what it is to have the soul active, and what the soul requires, and to live the soul's discipline, and put that with the physical world, and make that one and the same, without fear, without the division of church and state, body and spirit, that has characterized the last 2,000 years, that those who honor the soul go into the monastery, celibacy and poverty, and those who follow the way of the body go into the world. That is a model that is over with. And yet, being the first to try and put it together is a challenge, but bless you for responding to that challenge. It is exactly people like you who are being called as sacred activists and mystical activists. It is exactly people like you who are being called to see and to bring wisdom and higher thought into social change, into political change,